Saloon Talk is brought to you by
No stress, no memos. But above all, no bad hair days.
Use Radiant Hair Products for a beautiful natural you.
So Ken decided to be practical, and let me say, he decided to be pragmatic, okay? He's like, who wants to have matoke Monday to Monday? We talk about this contract thing, this marriage thing forever after, but who wants to have matoke Monday to Monday, not want to have some pork or not want to have some beef steak, in the middle of the week? Why do we keep going on with this forever, ever? Really? You're watching Saloon Talk. My name is Judith Piano. We're here at J&J Saloon and Spa, one of the only amazing salon in Uganda. No pun intended there. Like, Jacobz is yeah, you've allowed. It is
I've allowed.
Yeah. So, what do you have to say about what Ken said, though? You who's looking at forever after, you've been 8 years. You've been having matoke day in, day out.
It's not matoke.
As in, you've been having the same meal day in, day out. That's the point.
It's not the same meal.
Hey, what's it? What's it like?
It's a spiced meal.
Ooh.
So she changes the spices.
Ooh.
That keeps you going.
So today she'll put coriander. The next day there'll be some turmeric. The next day there'll be some garlic.
Yeah.
The next day there'll be some rosemary.
No, she only
thyme.
puts my taste. She knows what I want. So she puts the spices. As she puts the spices, I'm also active. I help her with the spices. So it keeps going. So it can't be matoke only.
Yani,
No, it can't be
Jacob,
matoke.
like this
It
guy.
can't be matoke. It can't be.
So your girls don't know how to spice up things? Where do you pick them? Which girls, where do you pick them?
No, they do. They do.
Yes.
But you still don't, you prefer something?
No, I wasn't speaking for me. I was just saying
in general, like
in general,
yeah.
why we have these social problems.
Yes.
Where you don't have committed relationships. We have them on paper. We have them on paper. I've seen people. I'm not even going to name names, but I've seen people show up at hotels. You know what I'm saying? Like with somebody else that's not their wife.
Yes.
And they, this little shorty walking behind them with a little bag, and she pretend like she's sitting there in the lobby while this dude is checking in, and then he goes to the elevator and she follows his ass over to the elevator, and you know what's going on. But you see, to me, this is the thing. So I'm gonna say this: my parents, they have been married for 46 years. Okay, 46 years. We celebrated their anniversary last year. Okay, and for those 46 years, can you really truly say that everything was hockey-docky? No, it was not. So there are relationships that do work, like Jacobz, because it really takes two to tango. I was in a relationship for 11 years.
Proceed. Is my English not... What? How many years did you hear?
11.
You had 11, right?
Yeah.
11 Jesus.
Yeah.
But Jesus was not back yet. What happened?
What happened? No.
Because Museveni was still the president. And Besigye was still opposition. What happened? What was going on?
70's going to outdo everybody.
No. How? What? When? Wow.
We were young, but we was in love. We was in love. It was great love. And then just like I said, the cookie crumbled.
You couldn't spice it up?
No, when you have those, what they call in Uganda, biscuits, and you leave them out for a long time. But the time you go and try to eat on it, it's softer and it's not working. It can never be hard again. That cookie's got to go.
Ladies, you can't leave your cookies or your biscuits out. As soon as they get aerated, you know what happens. They soften and then they leave.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
So these are the guys that you say come from a good family. You know, in Uganda we misinterpret these things. When they tell you that that guy comes from a good family, it doesn't mean that family has a name or they have money. Good family means it's been together. It's been.
He's the kind of guy who knows that a woman shouldn't be.
Does
He
he?
knows secrets. Yeah, he knows
Do you?
lots of secrets.
I do.
However,
There's no however. Listen,
yeah, but
you know,
of course there are ups and downs.
yeah,
In
you got
in
your
the
ups and
family.
downs, but you
Yeah.
know the fact is this. This is who I am as a person. I know how to commit, but I know how to play as well. You know what I'm saying? Like what you give me is what I take and what I use. You know, I don't.
Yes, that's how it's done.
Hold on now. Listen, you know, the thing is, let me tell you something about women that you are wrong for. First of all, women want to get in relationships today for all the wrong reasons.
Yes.
First and foremost.
he leads the way I follow. Isn't it? What are you talking about? You think if a man doesn't want to be in a relationship, you're going to make him stay in a relationship. Exactly. But you might somehow convince a woman to stay in a relationship when she wasn't supposed to stay in a relationship. Exactly. So what are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is that in today's society, I call it an opportunistic society. You know, we are being taught the wrong values of what relationships are. And I'll tell you straight up, even my mom, sometimes, you know, when I tell her that, oh, you know, I'm talking to this girl. Oh, what family does she come from? Who's her father? Who's her mother? Where did she go to school?
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
all sorts of wrong.
exactly. So that's the old generation. They're asking that. So what they have conditioned the young...
It's not just the old generation. See, because your mom asks such questions, let me tell you something. Even when you grow up and give birth to your own kids, yes, sometimes you might pretend that you don't look at that, but the fact that mom used to ask about it, you will ask about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you don't want her daddy coming in the room go all drunk and stuff, you know, falling over. And you're like, that's your daddy? You're like, okay, peace, you know, I'm out. So, of course, you want to have somebody who comes from a decent family and all that. But you need to find commonalities that join you as people, you know. Why do we love each other? You know, is it because you could find somebody that came from a family of crackheads, but then they are great themselves because they don't want to be that, you know, because they choose to uplift themselves and to honor themselves and all that. And then you might find a girl that comes from a great family and she's a $2 hoe.
Yeah, she's actually most people who come from
Good
the
families.
so-called
Good families, yes. Turn out to be. Let me tell you something. saying Ken Daniels has been in a relationship for 11 years is like saying, It's like saying Winnie Byanyima has been first lady for the. Let's just leave it.
Last time of the president.
Right. Remember, you're still watching Saloon Talk? J and Jed Saloon and Spa. If you want to go to a salon where you and your hubby can get the experience together, well, you sit in a dryer while he's getting a clean haircut. J and Jed is the place, and there's enough space. They can even work on you while you sip on a glass of wine. There's space. You see this? Like lots and lots of space. So don't go to Mama Nyabo Beauty Salon when J and Jed is here to serve you at the same price Mama Nyabo serves you at. I mean, people, let's get information. Give me a second. Just a second.
Saloon Talk is brought to you by
No stress, no memos. But above all, no bad hair days.
Use Radiant Hair Products for a beautiful natural you.